Ladies and gentlemen, I got my hands on the beta build of the finals. The new arena free-to-play. Yep, free-to-play first-person sandbox shooter from the brand new Embark Studios. And let me tell ya, it's not what you would expect from an ex-Battlefield developers. Yeah, because Embark Studios, the studio behind the finals and Arc Raiders, consists of ex-Battlefield developers. They turned to the dark side. At first glance, the finals might seem like just another shooter, but after playing it for a few hours, I can confidently say that it's a game about player freedom, destruction, and strategic team play. Let's start with the destruction. In this game, everything you see can be destroyed, and I mean everything. From buildings to individual floors, walls, and roofs, the destruction in the finals is unparalleled, working off a physics-based system that is simply brilliant. And the destruction, it's not just a gimmick either. You'll need to know how and when to use destruction to your advantage to win. For example, if you need a shortcut to reach the cash box, blow up that wall that leads right to it. Not feeling like you have enough cover? Tear down the building and make some. Maybe you want to surprise your enemy by flanking them? Well, blow up the floor or ceiling and drop on top of them. Maybe the objective is being stolen? Well, mow it by demolishing the room it is in. The destruction in the finals is something that the Battlefield fans has been asking for since the Bad Company days. And Embark Studios, they have delivered on this. And if you think that that's all there is to the game, well, think again. The overall gameplay in the finals is super solid, even in this pre-beta build. And the gunplay feels really different depending on the build that you choose to play. The light build feels reminiscent of Call of Duty, while the heavy build will remind you of Battlefield, and the medium build is like a mixture of the two, giving you the best of both worlds. And the guns themselves, they feel great, displaying amazing animations, excellent sounds, and satisfying hit detection. And each gun reacts differently to causing destruction, adding a strategic value to the overall gameplay. And honestly, it's been a very long time since I saw this quality in the gunplay from a studio's debut title. Regardless if they are veterans or not in this studio, the overall quality of this game is insanely high. And this is just the beta, so I am freaking baffled by the quality. However, I know a lot of you like to solo wolfing, including me, but it isn't going to get you very far in the finals. This is a game that heavily focuses on teamwork, with 4 teams consisting of 3 players each, occupying space. Getting picked off is easy if you're wandering around alone. You need to work with your teammates and coordinate where to go and how to do it. Teams must also pick proper composition with the 3 types of builds available. Builds, in a sense, are sort of like heroes, but I want to point out that this is not another hero shooter. Instead, Embark describes it as a hero builder. While builds have light, medium, and heavy archetypes, with some unique weapons and gadgets and abilities, the way you customize them is entirely up to you. Appearances are fully customizable, but so are their loadouts, and that allows for players to cater builds to their playstyle rather than picking one based on it, thus building their hero. And the game modes in this game, they are not super unique, but they have unique twists and turns to them. So I will give you the short rundown of one complete match in the finals. So in the cash out game mode, step 1, you gotta find the vault. When spawning into the game, 2 vaults will appear on a player's UI, allowing them to make a boolean for the nearest source of cash. If you get to a vault, you will be able to interact with it and claim the cash box within. You'll need to act fast, as there will be 3 teams out there that also want the exact same cash. You gotta expect heavy resistance if they choose to come to the same vault as you, but if you're successful in your vault hunting, you'll get 1000 points and a cash box for your effort. Now in step 2, it's time to take your cash box to a cash out station, which also appears highlighted on all players' UI. Players can throw the cash box to one another or carry it to the cash station by hand. Once there, interact with the cash out station to insert the cash box, and you'll begin to deposit the cash. Starting the cash out process at any station will provide a further 1000 points for your team. Now in step 3, you gotta defend the cash out station. So when you're depositing money in a cash out station, you won't get their hands on it immediately. Instead, you will need to defend the location from incoming enemy players until the timer runs down. You can see how long is left via the bar that surrounds the cash out station ladder, and you have to be very careful. Whether you're defeated or not, enemy players can swipe your cash even at the last second, and if that happens, no matter how little time was left on the station, the thieving player's team will receive all the money the cash box had to offer. Now at the end, the team with the most money at the end of the 8-minute game will be declared the winner. So race to the next vault or steal another team's ongoing cash out attempt to earn more points. Bear in mind also that you will get 100 points for every kill you make during the game. So sometimes pushing an enemy squad could be the difference between a win or a loss, even if they don't have the cash box. Now, in conclusion guys, the finals have managed to capture that vibe that Battlefield fans has been looking for decades. It's a game about player freedom, destruction and strategic team play, with some fairly unique objective-based game modes. And honestly, I can't wait to play this more. Now if you're a fan of shooters, make sure to keep an eye on the finals. Trust me, it is not a game that you want to miss. And for instant, more awesome shooter goodness, don't miss these videos.